You know what? Now this is coming. Oh my god. Is that?
My sweet bride. So wonderful of you to make it to our little wedding.
Yo, dog, that right there is not a wedding. You have other intentions in mind. Yeah, alright, everybody, welcome to the Indie Showcase with the Birdman. I know what you're thinking right now. Birdman, this is far from an indie game. You're right. This is far from an indie game. However, Star Ocean, the second story for the PS1, happens to be. If you were to ask me, Falcon, name your top 5 JRPGs, it would absolutely be on that list every single time. It would sometimes even make it top 3. And in those top 3, it might sometimes even be number 2. Number 1 is always a set marker, which is Valkyrie Profile. That's never going to be topped off for me. But number 2 and 3 could switch around to be Star Ocean, second story, at any given day. Just depends on the mood I'm in, I suppose. The other games that could rotate around that is Grandia, Xenogears. It just kind of switches depending on how I'm feeling, I suppose, when you ask me. But this here is one of the games that, man, absolutely blew me away. It's one of the first also JRPGs that I felt really challenged me. I soft-locked myself in this game a couple of times because, like, when I played them, I was very young, so I was very dumb and I didn't want to actually grind and take the moment to, like, level up my character. So I would get to points of the game where I would just get bodied. And I remember renting this game a couple of times because back then, you know, boomer moment, we used to rent games. Like, go to the store and be like, oh, I want to play this game, and I'd rent it a couple of times, and I don't think I ever beat this game renting it. Remember down the line, I eventually bought it when I was a little bit older, and eventually I beat it. But when I was a young little snot-nosed kid, no man, absolutely not. But Star Ocean holds an absolute dear place in my heart, so I wanted to cover it, because this is the remake. And it's one that I'm sure if you saw the original game, or you played the original game, you're thinking when you saw it initially, because I know I did, I was like, oh, this is kind of a weird contrast between sprite characters and like realistic-y looking graphics. But I'll have you know, I took it out for a spin already just to prepare for the video. And I got over that very quickly, and man, did I fall in love with this game again. Now, first and foremost, before we do move forward, there's a couple of things we gotta do here. We gotta prepare a couple of things here. Number 1, give me the original music, dog, okay? Thank you. None of this arrangement stuff, right? I am a boomer, I fear change. Do not change the stuff that I'm familiar with. And number 2, voice language, English. You know what? Look, believe me, I prefer Japanese original voice acting with subs. But maybe it could just be nostalgia on my part. I remember really enjoying the English voice acting for this game, even back then. So let's see if it holds up today, but we're gonna definitely go English. Now here is a big factor in case this is your first time Star Ocean anything. You get to choose between 2 main characters. And each one of them have different perspectives. They will eventually, you know, merge and the story will go together with them. But there's gonna be a lot of things that you cannot access on both stories, in particular characters. That's the reason why, for me, it's always Rena. Number 1, she's an absolute cutie. But number 2, she gets access to Chad Diaz Flock.
I'm leaving. Bye.
Hold on just a minute.
What, Mom?
Don't you what Mom me. How about taking a break for once today? You were just there yesterday and the day before that.
I know, but it's just that being there makes me feel so calm. Come on, why can't I go?
Because I said so. Do I have to remind you about all the crazy things going on since that sorcery globe crashed down on us? Just last night we had a huge earthquake. The animals are all going wild and attacking people. It's too dangerous right now. Besides,
See you later.
There's also a... Wait a minute! Oh, that child? What she sees in the sacred forest is beyond me.
Now, as an RPG, as you could probably imagine, there's going to be a lot of dialogue. I'll try to edit and condense and summarize for you on occasion just so that we actually get some gameplay in here.
Phew. Something about the sacred forest just makes me feel refreshed. I think I'll try going in a little further today.
Now, I don't think we get into any combat right now. It takes a while before combat actually happens, so you get to move around. This is a place we're going to be actually fighting some monsters at some point, but not Right now, right now?
It's so pretty. I really wish my mother wouldn't worry so much about me. This place couldn't possibly be any safer.
Look out!
Huh?
Oh, it's time, baby!
Go on, run! Whew. Good thing I made it in time.
Who is this guy? He's dressed all weird, and what was that light? He killed that monster in the blink of an eye.
You alright? Well, that was a close one. By the way, if you don't mind me asking... Hey, wait!
Sorry. Can't stick around for any of your questions, dude who saved my life.
That scared me. He didn't have to get so close to me like that all of a sudden. But maybe it was rude of me to run away like that. He did tell me to wait, too. Hope he's still around.
Oh, good. I was hoping you'd wait for me.
I'm sorry I ran away like that.
Oh, no, that's okay.
It's just that everything happened so quickly. I was really shocked.
Scary, huh?
Yes, a little. Still, I'm really sorry about all this. You saved me, but I just ran off like that.
Nah, don't worry about it. Besides, you did stop to wait, didn't you?
Oh, I haven't introduced myself. My name is Reyna. Reyna Lanford.
Oh, and, I'm Claude. Claude C. Kinney. Hi.
Are you a traveler?
Something like that, yeah.
Where are you from?
From Earth?
Oh man, it's just so good. It could just be nostalgia on my part, sure. Maybe I'm over here just thinking about when I was young. A young go-getter with nothing but the world ahead of me and the sparkle in my eye. Nowadays, the sparkle's gone and, you know, everything is gloom and doom. But back then, oh, there was a sense of adventure, let me tell you.
Oh, welcome back, Reyna. Is something wrong?
Something big has happened, Mom. This is serious.
Oh, really now? Just what could that be?
I'm not exaggerating. He's here. The hero has arrived.
Ah, of course. Strange sort of light. Weird foreign garbs.
What?
The hero! The one from the legends! You know, the hero of light! He's come to save us!
Reyna, are you sure about that?
Yes, he's wearing clothes like I've never seen before, and he has the Sword of Light.
The Sword of Light?
Yes, he used this unbelievable light to save me in the sacred forest. It had to be the Sword of Light.
So where is he right now?
He's outside right now, so I'm just
gonna go ahead and make myself at home if you guys don't mind.
Wait a minute, Reyna.
Excuse me.
Is something wrong, Mr. Kenny?
It's been a while since you left me, so I was just wondering what's up.
Oh, my apologies. Would you wait outside for me just a little bit longer?
2 hours later.
Alright, so we're gonna do another skip forward there because obviously a lot of dialogue takes place, but essentially Reyna's mom, wines and dines Claude, thinking he's the hero of light. They even bring in the mayor, and Claude explains to them, I'm not who you unfortunately think I am. And Reyna kind of has a little bit of a freak out about it. So this is the next day, and this is when we actually now start getting some gameplay. So I know I've skipped a lot there, but I kind of gave you the really quick summary based on everything that went down. So now we are going to travel about here in the Sacred Forest by ourselves. Not a good idea. But hey, we're a little bit distraught here at the moment, so we're looking for some guidance. So let's get into some combat here finally. Now, this is the type of game where enemies are on screen, and if you ambush them, obviously you get yourselves a little back attack. And one of the big things about this game that really drew me in was that it's not your typical turn-based game, or at least, you stand in lines and you take turns hitting each other. It's basically just running around. So it was one of those first games that I played JRPGs that was like that, and I was like, yo, this is awesome. It's like an action game almost.
Ah, good.
I love that Reina's weapon is literally brass knuckles. You would not believe it that she's supposed to be a magic caster. Destination's coming up. Fine, you know what? Looking for a back attack, but that's fine. Let's see about regular. Oh, hey. Little gnome like dudes. Oh yeah, I wanted to try that crush.
That was an easy win. What am I trying to accomplish here? Father, what am I supposed to do? Father.
What am I supposed to do?
Please, keep your voice down. We wouldn't want Reina to hear us.
That girl's passed out on her bed, now that she's finally had enough of crying for her dead father.
I am sure this is just as much a shock for you as it is for her. But you are her mother. You need to stay calm for her sake.
Stay calm? How am I supposed to stay calm? My husband is dead.
Wester.
Without him, what am I going to do? I still haven't told her yet. Now that he's gone, I'll have to tell her all by myself. Can you imagine having to tell your daughter that she's not your real child?
So who am I then?
Reina.
Mr. Kenny.
Morning.
Good morning.
What's wrong? You look tired.
Huh? Oh, no, I'm fine. I'm sorry about what happened yesterday. I didn't mean to cause a scene like that.
It's all right. I mean, I know I must look really out of place to you all. Now that I know the whole story, it's pretty easy to see how everyone came to that conclusion.
I grew up listening to tales about the hero, you know. They talked about how the hero would appear in our time of greatest need and save our way of life. And, I mean, a lot of people are desperately in need right now, aren't they? All around the world. Having you show up just like the stories at a time like this, I just thought you had to be the one.
That makes sense.
I mean, I wasn't sure, but I was pretty sure.
Well, I'm sorry I couldn't be the hero you wanted.
I didn't mean that, Mr. Kenny. It's not your fault. I'm the one to blame for being so easily taken in by the stories of the hero.
I still want to apologize, though. I really wish there's something I could do.
You don't have to worry about it. I hope you can get back to your home soon. I'm sorry, but would it be alright if I stayed here alone for a little while?
Well, okay. I hope you feel better. See you.
A lot of, man, I can't imagine her as a young kid, first and foremost, who you thought was your actual father dies. And then immediately right after, you find out, well, these aren't your real parents either.
Hey, Reina. You're a sight for sore eyes. How have things been?
Good.
Well, great. I've got good news for you, Reina. I'm finally ready.
Ready? For what?
The stage has finally been set. Or should I say, our wedding ceremony is ready.
Excuse me.
Huh? What are you saying, Alan?
Seems more like a kidnapping, Alan.
I don't know what you're talking about, Alan. I'm not getting married to you.
You'll change your tune soon enough, Reina. Once you witness my greatness, my power.
I'm not changing anything. What happened to you, Alan?
Can't you feel it? The power that's pouring out of my body, even as we speak.
Alan, what happened to you?
Whatever. Take her away.
Yeah, that's kidnapping, Alan.
Why are you doing this, Alan?
It's a very interesting bed that they have set up there too. I just realized, with the curtains and everything. When I was a young kid, I was obviously, still pure. I hadn't gone through the things I have now, and I haven't seen then the things that I've seen now. So now that I'm looking at this bed with the curtains and everything, I'm getting the wildest ideas here.
Cool off in here for a while. I'll come back for you later. And don't even think about trying to escape.
I've got to get out of here.
Man. Oh, I'm glad the door just straight up opens up when we walk by it. Not really the best way to keep me here, Alan. But hey. Accessories. Got ourselves a little talisman. 10%. Not too much here at the moment with low numbers. But down the line, down the line. Anything around here? No. Let's see. We'll do a little bit of exploration just to see what these people have to say. Tuck's family made. When I was walking past the study the other day, I heard someone saying something about a statue and something about it opening things. What do you think that was about? Oh, thanks. It's actually unlikely to be a clue for me to find a way out of here. Do you think that right there could be the statue? It seems to be something that kind of stands out, don't it? Are those tentacles coming in? No, it's just the other hand.
There we go.
It's a demon head. It's a demon head, and what's underneath by the chin, it looks like kind of like the Cthulhu tentacles, but it's actually just the left hand. Okay. The angle made it seem that way, though, which I thought would be kind of cool. Be one of those other things as well from the past that
Where am I?
would never have
I
clicked.
have no idea a tunnel like this exists under the mansion. Ah! There's someone on the ground!
Dead? Or no dead?
Bosman! Are you alright?
No. Reina, why are you here?
That's what I was gonna ask you! Oh, you're hurt.
I'll be fine. But what are you doing here, Reina?
I was kidnapped, you see.
I was taken here by Alan. He was going on about a wedding in some kind of altar.
I see. Well, Alan had me build this bizarre room inside the Salva mines for him. Guess now I know what the altar's for, I'm afraid.
Yes, and so do I. Now, what type of enemies do we got here in the Salva mines? This guy's fairly active. My friend, please. Let me ambush you.
We better be
Let me also drop
careful.
this crush on you if I can. Bonus gauge. Oh, big boy. Crush. Oh, that was a crush, alright.
Crush!
Broke him. And this is where you take more damage. Crits and all that stuff.
Weaker than I
Boomers.
thought.
Okay, so there's a destination coming up. Oh, it's the altar itself.
What is this place?
You know what? Now this is coming. Oh my god. Is that?
My sweet bride. So wonderful of you to make it to our little wedding.
Yo, dog, that right there is not a wedding. You have other intentions in mind. That is not a wedding. This is nothing like I remembered, man. I didn't put 2 and 2 together back then. Bruh.
Reina, my dear. You should know by now that you can't escape from me.
Bruh.
Alan, what is wrong with you? You weren't like this before.
No, I wasn't. I've changed, and I have the stone to thank for that.
Alan!
But that's a trifle matter not worth killing yourself over. Shall we begin the ceremony?
No, don't begin the ceremony.
Reina! That's close enough.
So you're Alan. Let Reina go. Do you have any idea what you're doing?
If you'll excuse me, sir, we are in the middle of a holy ceremony. In just a moment, we will be together as one. I would appreciate it if you would show some respect. Now then.
This guy. The nerve.
No! Mr. Kenny, help me!
Stop it! This isn't anything holy! You can't force someone into marriage like this!
No, he's forcing into a lot more than just marriage.
Force? I think you're a tad mistaken here. We are in love with each other. Love with each other. Love!
Alan?
Love with...
Oh no!
Mr. Kenny!
Damn it! Look out!
But for now, gonna roll up over here, get some punches in, drop maybe a crush. Broken. You need a heal, Ken?
Thanks! Reina!
Man, Kenny got knocked out in one swing. Did you see that? One swing, he got knocked out. So everything so far that we've been fighting has been very simple, but this guy apparently, Alan's got the power of the stone here. The one-punch KO power. Oh, Kenny, what am I gonna do with you?
Reina! Are you alright?
Yeah.
What happened to this guy, Reina?
I don't know. Ever since he came to Arlia, it's like he was possessed by something.
But people don't just turn into this kind of monster. What's going on here?
Alan, you were such a good person, too.
Reina.
Why did this have to happen?
Alright everybody, that's said and done. We're way over time with this one. To give you a bit of a heads up after that, Alan comes to his senses, he explains a little bit about the stone, and we, in a very, very long drawn out way, understand what we must do, which is travel away from Arlia to find out what's really happening, and that right there is how Star Ocean takes off. But absolutely great. It's funny, just everything I noted this time around that I'm grown up, and I'm just like, wait a minute. I didn't pick that up as a child, for obvious reasons. I was pure back then. Hopefully you guys enjoyed and gave you a little look at the game in case it's something you were already familiar with, just to see how it looks now with the new look, which to be honest, which as I've mentioned, I grew accustomed to it very quickly. And if you've never played it before, it's one hell of a game, I'll tell you that much.